Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's always great to see you here. Today, I've got something super exciting to share. Did you know that a regular looking quarter from 1999 could actually be worth thousands of dollars? Seriously. We're talking about the 1999 D Connecticut quarter. Some versions of this coin have sold for over $20,000, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So grab your coin jar, maybe even check your wallet, and stick around because you might have one of these treasures without even knowing it. Let's start at the beginning. The 1999 Connecticut quarter is part of something called the 50-State Quarters program. This was a special series started by the U.S. Mint in 1999 where each state got its own unique quarter. Connecticut was the fifth state released in the series, and the design was officially launched on October 12, 1999. The whole point of the program was to celebrate each state's history, culture, and pride, and Connecticut had a really cool story to tell. Now, the back of the coin shows a big, old tree. That tree is called the charter oak. It's not just any tree, it's a symbol of freedom. Way back in the 1600s, people living in Connecticut were trying to protect their rights from being taken away by the King of England. So, legend has it, they hid an important legal document called a charter inside this very tree to keep it safe. That's why this tree means so much. It represents courage and independence. The design on the coin does a great job showing the tree's shape and details, and many people consider it one of the most beautiful coins in the entire 50-state series. On the front of the quarter, you'll see the familiar face of George Washington, just like on all U.S. quarters. But here's where it gets interesting. Right under Washington's neck, there's a little letter. If your coin has a small D there, it means it was made at the Denver Mint. That's what the D stands for. There are also Connecticut quarters with a P for the Philadelphia Mint, and some with an S, which are usually proof coins made in San Francisco. But for today, we're focusing on the ones with the D. Now, most of the 1999 D Connecticut quarters are still just worth face value 25 cents. There were millions of them made, so finding one isn't hard. But once in a while, you come across a special one. Maybe it has an error, or maybe it's in almost perfect condition. And that's when things get exciting, because that's when the value can go way up. Some of the most valuable 1999 D Connecticut quarters are the ones with mint errors. These are little mistakes that happened when the coin was made, and they're actually really cool because they're so rare. For example, there's something called a double die error. That's when the coin gets struck twice by the stamping machine, but the second time is a little off. This makes the letters or details look like they have shadows or are doubled. If you notice any doubling in the words like Connecticut or the Charter Oak, definitely take a closer look. Another rare error is called an off-center strike. That's when the coin wasn't lined up properly during minting, and part of the design ends up being off to one side. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it can be, especially if you can still read the date. There's also something called a clipped planchet error. That's when a little piece of the coin is missing from the edge, kind of like someone took a bite out of it. But don't confuse that with damage. Real clipped planchet errors look clean and smooth, and they happen during the minting process, not afterward. Die cracks and cuds are also fun to look for. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the coin, usually near the rim or running across the design. They happen when the stamping tool starts to wear out or crack. Again, collectors love these kinds of mistakes because they're one of a kind. Another very rare and valuable error is when the quarter is accidentally made on the wrong kind of blank. For example, it might be struck on a dime blank, making it smaller and lighter than a normal quarter. These kinds of errors are called wrong planchet errors, and they're very collectible. Even if your coin doesn't have an error, it can still be worth more than 25 cents if it's in mint condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and a higher number means the coin is in better shape. A coin graded MS 65 or higher is considered very high quality. That means no scratches, no wear, and a shiny surface. Some 1999 D Connecticut quarters in MS 67 condition have sold for over $1,000. And remember that $20,000 sale I mentioned earlier? That was a coin with both a high grade and a rare error. So condition really matters. If you think you found something special, don't try to clean it or mess with it. Cleaning can actually lower the value. Instead, keep it safe and maybe even get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll give you an official grade and help confirm if your coin is truly rare. So let's go over a quick checklist. First, check the year, make sure it says 1999. Then look for the D mint mark for Denver. After that, take a good look at the back of the coin. Look for anything unusual, double letters, off-center designs, missing pieces, or weird bumps and lines. If it looks super clean and shiny, even better. Most of us get change all the time and never look twice. But now you know what to watch for. That everyday quarter in your pocket might actually be a hidden gem. And even if you don't find a rare one today, it's still fun to search. Coin collecting is like a modern treasure hunt. You never know what you'll find next. Thanks so much for hanging out today. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss out on future videos about rare coins and valuable finds. And hey, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Let us know in the comments. We love hearing your stories.